Hey, what's going on, guys? It's me, Vix123, back, and if you haven't already guessed from the title, I'm bringing on an old friend of mine, and he is bringing you a Black Ops 2 application. I know the game's not out, but this is literally going to give you guys such an advantage for stat junkies like me. It's absolutely awesome, and a little bit of quick background. I spotted Eric's Modern Warfare 3 app a long time ago, when that game was relevant, and let him showcase that on my channel because I thought it was awesome, and he stepped it up again and released a Black Ops 2 app. And in the meantime, between, he actually made me my own application, which you guys may know about. So really awesome guy, and why don't you go ahead and introduce himself?
Yeah, well, thanks a lot, Vic, for having me on. I appreciate it. And just to catch up some of your new subscribers, because I know your channel's been growing an immense amount since the last time you had me on. And I probably got like 50,000 new people on there, so congrats on that. But what I do is I design iPhone apps and have a lot of fun doing it. I get a lot of good feedback from it. So, I keep doing it. But anyway, what I wanted to show you and some of your viewers today is some of the new stuff that I've been doing for Black Ops 2.
Yeah, so as a rough overview, what's in the app, what's new, especially within the weapon section.
Sure, there is a ton of new stuff. So, one of the big things this year is in the weapons section, I tried to go ahead and put in a new selection screen that actually makes it easier to view some of the different weapons. So, you can just swipe side to side or vertically, and it allows you to pick a different weapon. And then once you do that, just hit get stats, and it brings up this beautiful new layout with a really clean graph and tons of information. And there's a tab view so you can view different content like the number of shots to kill with each weapon, a review for it, and just loads and loads of content. And this layout was actually designed by Evan Eckert, who's another good friend of mine, and he's just an amazing, amazing artist. So you can see huge amounts of information packed into a really small area.
Yeah, no, that's really cool. I like the kind of grid layout to it. You can just scroll up and down. That's going to be pretty easy to navigate around on the iPhone. So, quick question before we move on. How did you get all of these stats? Is it the same as you did on the Modern Warfare 3 where you watched footage?
Yeah, that's a really interesting question. I mean, that's what everybody's asking because, the game's not out yet. How do I come up with some of this stuff? And it's tough. There are some videos that guys like yourself have been able to upload because they've been to some of the events where Black Ops 2 is being showcased. So what I'm able to do is watch some of their videos and then dissect them and get them into a video editor and actually break them down frame by frame and see, when they start firing, how long to the millisecond does it take for the bullets to tick down, and, reanalyzing it and seeing how many hit markers they got before they got a kill. So with that kind of information, I'm able to come up with some of the stats that you're seeing here.
That's awesome. Yeah, no, I'm definitely going to be using those. I love that kind of level of statistic. And you mentioned integrating like a friends list into the app. Can we have a look at that?
Yeah, definitely. So there's another new feature that I came up with that is it's called the Clan Messenger, but it's for really anybody who has a regular group of friends that they play with. And what the Clan Messenger does is it's got a couple of preset messages. So let's say every night around, the same time when you jump on your Xbox, you want to notify your friends that you're doing that. Well, you can use the app to save a preset message and then add a group of people from your contacts. So you can save that group as your gaming buddies and then send them out the same message, and have it just be one touch once you enter in all the content. And that way you can just tell all your friends anytime you jump online, just push a button and it'll send a text or an email to all of them saying, hey guys, I'm getting on Black Ops, you should join me, something like that. But I think what you were actually asking specifically about was the friends list that's
Yeah.
integrated into the app. And this is something really neat as well. So you can see right here in the screen overlay that it's kind of going down the list and these names are all changing to red. So the reason for that is because the app will actually check to see if your Xbox friends are online or not. So you can add people from any system on here, but Xbox is the one that will actually check to see if your friends are online. And it can go in and edit their personal information and then load their avatar and see if they're online or not. And if they are online, it'll also tell you what game they're playing, which is pretty neat.
Yeah,
And
there we go. That's me right there.
exactly. And
Yeah, that's going to
uh,
save me some time because, sometimes you just sit and wait for your Xbox to launch to find there's nobody online. So,
exactly. And I know something that we were joking about beforehand that some of your users might get a kick out of is you don't even have to be friends with these people on Xbox. So you can just add them here and, stalk your favorite YouTube guys.
yeah, you can. It'll actually make open lobbies a little bit easier for me as well. So, the last thing I want to show the viewers, my favorite feature is it's the gun finder. I thought that was really cool. So let's get on that.
Yeah, sure. So the gun finder is something that allows players to go ahead and search for guns that fit their play style. So let's say you like to rush around a lot and you're an SMG guy. So you can go ahead and search for the SMG with the highest close range damage per second. And it's going to show you the top three choices in that category. Or, if you prefer assault rifles, then maybe you want something that does better damage at long range. You can go ahead and search for that as well. And it's not just, the highest amount of damage or something. You can search for lowest for things like reload speed or ADS time. And really just it allows you to go through, pick guns that are going to fit you and your play style, and just see what you can come up with. And you might be surprised by some of the results.
Yeah, that does sound awesome. So that's pretty much everything. I mean, just roughly you can see there's perks and other stuff, but I don't think we need to go into those because those are kind of existing apps. So also we're going to be giving away a couple of codes for the full version of this app, aren't we?
Yeah, definitely. So we were trying to come up with the best way of giving away these codes, and you know what? I just said, why don't we just do all of them? So I think what we're going to do is for folks who are watching this video right now, you can go ahead and leave a comment and just say what your favorite feature is that you think that you've seen of the app so far, what you really like about it. And then Vic and I will go through some of the comments over the next couple days and pick out some couple of people to give away some DLC codes too. But if you want a DLC code right now, what you can do is you can actually go and Vic has an app that I made for him, and there's a really cool feature in here called the Pwn Box. And as soon as this video is live on his channel, we'll both go into the Pwn Box, and you guys can come on here and join us as well. And you can chat with us, and we'll give away a couple of DLC codes inside the Pwn Box. So that's way number two. And then Vic, I think you had an idea for Twitter as well, right?
Oh yeah, no, it's always cool to have more of you guys interacting with us via Twitter. So we thought if you're interested in getting some codes, we'll give some away through that way too. So if you follow both of us on Twitter, our links will be in the description along with Eric's other links. Then at some point during the next few days, again, we'll just give out an odd few codes through Twitter. So a couple of you guys can get hands on this app. So I think that's just about everything. Thanks for sharing this awesome app with everyone, Eric, and developing it. And if you want to leave any last words, go for it.
All right. Well, thank you again for having me on, Vic. Always enjoy coming on your channel. It's really a pleasure to see how fast, you've grown every time. It's only a couple months since you last had me on, but really cool, really great stuff, and very jealous that you got to play this game already, and I did not.
Awesome stuff. Well, I will see you soon.